All right, if you stumbled upon this, this is a January 1st, 2025, set the tone workout, right? No excuses. You can do this anywhere in the world, whether you have equipment or you do not. If you have equipment, great, you can use it. But if not, we just have our body as our barbell. I'm gonna show you modifications for these movements. So again, whether you're a seasoned athlete or you've never exercised before in your life, you can do this workout, you can do these movements. We're gonna get in, we're gonna warm up, we're gonna have 6 exercises to do. We're gonna cool down, get you in and out in 30 minutes. We're gonna set the tone for the year, right? Or maybe this is some other time in the year, that's fine too. But today, we're gonna set the tone, all right? So we're gonna start things off. Wherever you are, if you have a mat, a towel, you wanna have some water, you gotta take a break anytime, you can do that, right? So first thing we're gonna do here, just some arm circles, right? Nice and easy. We'll go about 10 forward and 10 back, getting some blood flowing in our shoulders. We're moving around. Again, of course, I'm in a gym. I own a gym, but wherever you are in the world, you're at a hotel, you're at home, you're in the garage, you're at a gym, whatever, you can do these things. All right, next thing, we're just gonna go into a toe touch, right? And if you can't touch your toes, that's fine. We wanna make sure we're pushing our butt back, getting a stretch in our hamstrings, right? I'm keeping them a little bit soft in my knees, but again, maybe you can only get here, that's fine too. Just make sure we're pushing our butt back. You get some stretch in these hamstrings here. We're just trying to get some blood flowing into these legs. If you have the range, pushing our butt back. If you can touch the ground, great. But again, otherwise, just go to wherever you have the range to do. Okay, a couple more of those. One more of those. All right, now we're just gonna do a little hip circle here. Up and out. Again, wherever you are in the world, if you need to hang on to something for a little bit of balance, that's fine too, we can do that. Whether it's a rack at the gym, a wall at home, whatever the case, up and out with those hips, up and out, up and out. Again, I have plenty of space here, of course, but wherever you are in the world, you'll be able to do all these movements in a small space. 2 more of those, 1 more of those. All right, nice and wide with our stance here. This is gonna be a little windmill. So again, I'm pushing my butt back a little bit. I'm trying to come down, get a little bend in my knee, up and over. Bend the knee. So I'm bending this knee that I'm going to, that leg is straight. Maybe you don't have this range of motion, that's fine. Maybe you just do this. Keep your knees soft, and you're going side to side a little bit. We're opening up our hips, getting a little movement. A couple more of those guys. Last one. All right, we're standing tall. We want to keep our belly nice and tight here, like somebody's gonna sucker punch you, right? So belly tight, and we're just easy. I'm just twisting my torso. Notice I'm keeping my hips steady. I'm squeezing my butt to make sure my hips don't rotate on me, right? Nice and easy. If you have more of that, maybe you can let your arms go loose. That's fine too. I'm still keeping my hips nice and stable. Again, we're just getting some movement in the upper body here. A couple more of those. Again, whatever range of motion that you have, keeping our belly nice and tight. Easy peasy. All right, last one. Cool. All right, so we're gonna get into this. So we're gonna do 3 sets of 2 exercises. The first one will be a squat. The second one is gonna be a bent over row, right? I'm gonna show you modifications of those to do that, okay? So before we start, you need a little sip of water. Grab it real quick. If you wanna have your music blaring, go for it. If you don't wanna hear me talk, that's fine too. I'm not gonna be offended, okay? So first thing is gonna be a squat. Everybody's squat stance is a little bit different, right? So maybe you're a little bit wider, maybe you're a little bit more narrow. But the idea here is to be able to get our hips open up and dropping into that squat position. Okay, so for me, that's here. But for you, maybe that's a little bit more narrow. Maybe your toes are turned out a little bit. But the idea is to not fall forward, right? We want to try to stay upright as possible, okay? And if you need a chair, a bench, maybe you need to hang onto the wall wherever you're at in the world to get into that position, that's fine too, okay? So we're gonna start this. We're gonna do 30 seconds of work here for this squat. Whatever your modification is, do it, okay? Do the best that you can, right? So here we go, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Dropping into our squat. As low as you can. When we come up, we wanna make sure you're squeezing your thighs. We don't wanna extend the knees, right? That's gonna put too much tension on our joints there. So I'm squeezing my thighs at the top. The other thing, I'm gripping my toes down into my shoe. I'm sitting down into that squat position, little pause, and then I'm driving up. I squeeze my thighs, I squeeze my butt. 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake that out. All right, so we're gonna take about 15 seconds or so of rest here while I say the next thing. This is gonna be a bent over row. So just like we warmed up, we have that nice, strong, flat back position. Okay, I'm pushing my hips back, my knees are soft, I'm gripping my toes down in the ground, and I'm squeezing my fists as hard as I can. We're thinking like a fire hose has a charged line, right? There's a lot of tension in there. So we're squeezing our fists as hard as we can, and we're gonna pull back, squeezing our shoulder blades, big squeeze, and slowly lowering back down. If you're really squeezing your fists, you're creating tension. You're gonna feel your heart rate rise up. You're gonna feel like you're getting a little sweaty, and you'll feel that working, right? Maybe I'll edit that out. Maybe I won't, doesn't matter. All right, we're gonna go here in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We're starting right here, nice and smooth, nice and controlled. So maybe this bent over position, maybe you can't get there all the way. You can put 1 foot forward, and then we're right here. Same thing. Squeezing those shoulder blades together, slow on the way back down. Maybe this is too much for you. That's fine. Now we're just gonna go standing and squeeze that over. So maybe it's not bent over, but we're still doing the same thing. We're keeping our chest nice and high, squeezing those shoulder blades together. 3, 2, and 1. Good, we're resting there. All right, so we're gonna go back to that squat. Again, go to whatever modification you need. And then we're gonna go into that bent over row, right? So 3, 2, 1, here we go. Going down into that squat position. As low as you can, as controlled as you can. Remember, we're squeezing our thighs at the top. We're squeezing our butt at the top. We're just rocking and rolling here. If you got to put this on pause at any time, go for it. You need to grab a sip, go for it. It's your workout. We're just setting the tone for the year. So do the best that you possibly can, getting as many reps as you can with control, of course. 3, 2, and 1. Rest, shake that out. Okay, we're gonna do that bent over row position. So remember, we can be here, or maybe you're here, whichever way, right? I'm gonna start at the top here. 3, 2, 1. Remember, tension, squeezing those fists together. Big squeeze of those shoulder blades. Slowly push it back. Squeezing it back, pushing it out, right? We don't wanna be moving rapid fire like a piston. We're not gonna get the same stimulus there. It'll be a stimulus, but we don't wanna jam our joints. We wanna make sure we get a big squeeze, pushing it away. I'm gonna do this position here real quick. For those of you here, nice strong squeeze, controlling it back down. We're almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Rest, good, shake it out. If you need some water, grab it real quick. We're gonna take a short break. We're gonna go back to that squat again. Okay, so technically this is the 3rd set here, so give it everything you got, right? 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. As many as you can with control, sitting down into that squat, driving back up. Make sure we're breathing. I know I'm talking a lot, so it doesn't sound like I'm breathing, but I am. Make sure you inhale at the top, exhale when we come down. Inhale, exhale. Nice and strong. Almost there, guys, almost there. Rock and roll, whatever your modification is, do it. Doing the best we can. 3, 2, and 1. Good, rest, shake that out. We got 15 seconds here. We're gonna do that bent over row next, whatever your modification is. I'm gonna do this one this time, all right? 1 foot forward. Again, tension, do whatever you need to do. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Big pull, control it back down. Big pull, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale it out. Inhale, exhale. Doing great, big squeeze of those shoulder blades. I'm gonna go back to this position, get a little bit more out of it. If I can, right, wherever you're at, whatever modification you need to do it. Big pull, squeeze those shoulder blades, and back down. 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake it out. Cool, we're done with that series. Grab a sip of water if you need to. Towel off if you need to. We're rocking and rolling. We're only 10 minutes in. I'm already sweating. Hopefully you are too. Again, if you want to shut me up, it's fine. Next thing we're gonna do is a lunge variation, okay? So if you can, right, 1 foot in front of us, and we're controlling that down. We wanna make sure our ankle and knee are stacked up, right? We don't wanna be way back here, getting all funky, right? So this is the first position, okay? Maybe that's difficult for you. So maybe you just need to go and do a hold. That's fine too. If you can come down a little bit lower, great. But if this movement is tough for you to do, if it bothers your knees, then don't do it. Be in this position here, wherever that is, and we'll just hold that, okay? So that'll be the first thing. So whatever variation you need to do for that lunge, right? We're gonna go here in 3, 2, and 1. So again, whether we're doing repetitions, bending that knee, or maybe you're just here in this stance and you're just holding. Ideally though, we're squeezing that belly nice and tight, right? Our upper body is slightly forward. We don't want to be like this, arching our back, right? Rib cage is down. We're slightly forward. We're still holding here. We're almost done. I'm going to do a couple more reps here on this leg. Wherever you're at. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Shake that leg out. We're going to go to the other side here now, okay? So again, whatever position you're at, maybe we're just holding or maybe we're doing reps, right? Either way. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We're doing some reps. Or just holding, like I said. Rib cage is down. You want to make it harder, whether we're doing reps or we're just standing here, hands down at your side. Again, we're creating that tension. Maybe they're out here, creating that tension. Maybe they're up above. Whatever you want to take it, it's your workout. Do what you need to do. Right? We got a few more seconds here. I'm just going to hang out. For those of you that might just be holding, I'm creating tension in my arms. 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake it out. All right. I got the sniffles here, so I'm sorry if that annoys you. It's dry, so I got a lot of sniffles. Okay, we're going to use the mat here. We're going to do a plank variation. So first position would be here, right? My rib cage to my tailbone, nice and strong, right? That's the first position. Second position, a little bit harder. Forearms open. Again, rib cage to tailbone, right? We're there. Maybe that's really challenging for you. You can also be high here, and maybe one knee is down. That's still kind of a plank position. We can do that. Or you can go one knee down with your leg up. Same thing would apply here. Maybe you're down on your knees, right? This would be a modified plank position. Or you can have one knee down and bring that leg up. Whatever you need to do. My assistant trainer, Jackson, here. All right, so whatever position you're at, okay, do that. We're going to go here in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to start high. I'm gripping my hands into the ground as well. I'm pushing my toes into the ground. I'm squeezing my legs. I'm squeezing my butt. My belly is tight. We're creating tension through our whole entire body, like I've been saying for this whole workout. We're about halfway through. I'm going to come down to this position here on my forearms, make it a little bit more challenging for myself. But again, whatever position you're at, maybe you need to drop a knee and lift a leg. Or maybe you're just on your knees. That's fine too. Just think squeezing your belly, squeezing your butt, creating as much tension as you possibly can. 3, 2, 1. Come down, shake it out. Very good. We'll pop back out, shake it out. Okay, we're gonna start the second set here in about 10 more seconds. So water, towel off, whatever you need to do, okay? Again, we're coming back to that lunge position, whatever position you are at, all right? So I'm gonna do a nice deep isometric here first. 3, 2, 1. Pick a spot that you're at. And again, I'm creating tension here with my arms. I'm gripping my toes in my shoe. My belly is tight. Maybe I'm going to go out here in front of me. I'm just hanging out here, but maybe you're at home and you're able to do some reps, so we can do that same thing. Slow and steady. Don't jam our joints. Nice and smooth. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. We got to go back to that other side. Same idea. Go to whatever modification you need, okay? All right, here we go. Again, I'm going to start 3, 2, 1 in this deep isometric. I'm going to add a little tension with my arms. We're just hanging out. Or maybe you're doing those reps. That's fine too. Get as much bend in our knee as possible while staying balanced. Again, maybe we're here, or maybe we're here. Or maybe we're just hanging out. That's fine too. Create tension. Squeeze in this imaginary ball. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Good. Shake it out. All right. We're coming back down to that plank variation. Whatever variation works for you, right? Put a knee down if you need to. But just make sure we're doing tension here. 3, 2, 1. Lock it in. Nice and strong. Squeezing our belly. Squeezing our glutes. pushing into the ground, whether you're on your forearms or if you're up here. I'm locking everything in. Tension, tension, tension. Squeezing as hard as we can. We're almost there. It's about 30 seconds. Might be off, give or take. Either way. Put a knee down if you need to, but 3, 2, 1, rest. Good, shake it out. All right, guys, we got one more set here on this series. We'll start with that lunge. Whatever you got, empty that tank on this movement, okay? So whether you're holding or you're doing reps, arms wherever you want to have them be, right? But remember, we're holding tension. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to do some reps here. This time, slow and steady. I'm driving knee flexion here first. So I'm not in my hip flexor, right? That's going to be down on my hip flexor. Knee flexion there first, as deep as you can. Squeezing that quad at the top. Again, I'm creating tension with my arms. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. We're almost there. Feel that burn in the quad and then in our glute. And rest. Good. Shake it out. Again, sorry for the sniffles. It's annoying. I know it's annoying to me too. So I apologize if it's in your ears. All right. Other side here. One more time. Empty the tank. Whatever position you're at. Let's do it. Knee flexion first. Knee flexion. Again, maybe you're only right here. That's okay. Drive in that knee. Right? Knee flexion first. And then sink into that. Use a chair. Use a bench. Use the wall. Use your couch. Wherever you are in the world. If you need something for stability, use it. That's how we get better. You got to start somewhere. No excuses. We're setting the tone for the year. And rest. Good. Shake it out. Cool. We got one more plank, guys. So whatever variation you need to do, do it. Okay? Squeeze as hard as you can. Create as much tension as you can do. It's the last one for the day here. 3, 2, and 1. I'm starting up top here. If you want to make it a little more challenging, if you have this high plank position, maybe you lift up a leg and hold that. That's fun. Maybe you alternate that. Right? Maybe you want to lift an arm. Hopefully I don't fall on my face here, right? I'm going to go a little bit wider. Lift up an arm. That's going to make it a little bit more challenging. Lift up my other arm. Yeah, that's fun, right? We're going to come down to our forearms. Well, I am anyway. You can be wherever you're at. Right? Same thing. Maybe I lift a leg. Maybe I'm lifting the other leg. I'm going to try this arm one. It's been a while. Hopefully I don't fall on my face. That'll make for some good content, right? All right. 3. Actually, now 3, 2, and 1. All right, rest. Very good, guys. Shake it out. Grab a sip of water. I know I am. I've been talking a lot. Again, I'm going to apologize again for all these sniffles. It's disgusting, right? Okay, last series here. We're going to do some bridge variations, and then we're going to do everybody's favorite, some push-ups. That'll be fun. So regular bridge here. We want to make sure that we're gripping our toes down in our shoes. And now I'm pushing through my feet. Think 3 points of contact. Big toe, little toe, and heel. We're driving up and squeeze your butt, okay? Don't just drive up and arch your back, right? We don't want that. We're trying to work our glutes here, okay? So belly nice and tight. I start flat, and slowly I'm going to raise up and squeeze my butt. Maybe that's my first position. That's fine. Do that. Maybe you can only come up a little bit. That's fine. Just squeeze as hard as you can and come back down, right? So I'll show you some other variations as we progress here, but we're going to start here in 3, 2, and 1. Good. So belly tight. I'm going to raise up. I'm going to squeeze my butt. Control that back down. So even though the range of motion is short, I'm still going to get a big squeeze here, and I'm going to lower back down slowly. Drive up strong, squeeze, and I'm going to control back down. Maybe you want to go a little bit wider. That'll be a different feel, slightly. Same idea. Rib cage down, up, big squeeze, control it back down. Maybe you want to go a little more narrow. That's a little bit different feel. Control back down. Again, maybe you only have a little bit of movement off the mat. That's fine. Just think about squeezing your butt. 3, 2, let's get one more there. And rest. Good. Okay. So now everybody's favorite push-ups, right? Biggest thing to remember, you might be at the wall too. That's fine. Or an incline position. That's fine. We just always want to make sure our hand is underneath our shoulder and our head is above our hands, right? So we don't want to be way back here, and we don't want to let our elbows flare out, right? Think that you're squeezing a pencil in your armpit. So whether I'm really narrow or a little bit wider, my elbows are always tight, kind of creating a triangle, head, or hand, head, and hand, right? So it'll look like this, right? This would be regular position, and then we're pushing back up. Maybe you need to use your knees. That's fine. Just make sure we're not arching our back, okay? So just like that plank, rib cage down, belly tight, and we're pushing back up. I would suggest that if you are using your knees, pop up to the top plank there after you come up, right? So that's how it's gonna look, right? Do your best. It'll be the same thing if you're at the wall or you're at an incline position, okay? Hand, head, hand, okay? Let's go for it. 3, 2, 1, whatever position you're at, control it down, push it back up, control it down, push it back up. You wanna make it a little harder? Take your time lowering down. You can do this on your knees as well. Maybe get a little pause there right above the ground, and then you power up. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple from my knees. This is what it would look like. Same thing, you can get the same stimulus, slow on the way down, little pause, and powering back up, come to that top plank, maybe lower back down to your knees, lowering it down, little pause, power back up. We got a few more seconds here. I'm gonna do a couple more. Slow and steady, powering up. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Shake it out. Water if you need to, towel off if you need to, whatever you gotta do. We're gonna get into the next set here again. We're doing another bridge here, okay? Go to whatever variation you wanna get with this, right? Whether it's wide, whether it's narrow, you might wanna put your heels up. 3, 2, 1, let's go. That's gonna get a little bit more in your hamstring, right in the back of your leg here, just slightly, but we're still working those glutes, right? You can also go on the tops of your feet. That's gonna be a little bit more quad activation, but if you're just trying to figure out this move, you're just starting to learn it, that's fine too. Just keep your feet flat. Sometimes I'll also drive my elbows into the ground. That kind of gives a little bit more stability to you to get a little bit extra, but again, we don't want to arch our back, right? Rib cage down, okay? Keep on going here, we're almost done. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Awesome. Shake it out. Okay. We got another push-up coming here. Remember, elbow tight to your side, whether you're wider, I'll do a couple of those, or whether you're really narrow. Don't let those elbows flare out, okay? Use your knees if you need to. Incline position at the wall or your couch, a chair, whatever is stable for you, okay? Here we go. Lock it in, and let's go. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna go a little bit wider. So if I'm a little bit wider, I still come down the same way. I still keep my elbows tight, right? I don't let them flare out. We don't want to go into our shoulders here. We want to work our chest. We want to work our triceps, okay? Do one more here wide. I'll go a little bit more narrow. Same thing whether we're high plank push-up position or if you're on your knees, same thing. Controlling it down, powering back up. Finish up on that plank. We're almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Cool. Okay, we got one more set, guys. One more set to finish up this workout, and then we'll get a little cool down, okay? We're rocking and rolling here. So, bridge one more time. Whatever position you want to go. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Up, big squeeze. Up, big squeeze. Maybe you want to take it to another level. So maybe you want to go a single leg. All right? Same thing. You can go to whatever level that you can. You can change sides there. You could go on your heels. You could go on the balls of your feet. Or you could go a frog style, feet open, hips open. And same thing as the frog pump variation. Again, whatever level you're at, go to whatever level. Even if it's only this much, that's fine. Think about squeezing your butt, right? Doing great. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Rest there. Okay, we got one more push-up to do. Whatever level that you got, whether it's high, whether it's on your knees. Let's empty the tank here, okay? Last movement. Here we go. In. 3, 2, and 1. Rock and roll. We're controlling it down. We're powering back up. We're controlling it down. Power back up. Again, whether we're in a high plank position or you're on your knees, or maybe you're at the wall. You're doing your best. That's all you can control. Your effort, your attitude, and your toughness. Gotta eat. Slow and steady. Let's go. Let's get 3 more. Whatever level you're at. 1, control it down, whatever level you're at. Up. 2, whatever level you're at. Last 1, and power up is 3. Very good. That's what I'm talking about. Grab some water. That was good. I know I'm sweaty. I was talking a lot. Okay, so we're doing a little cool down here now, right? So we're back in our back. Arms out like wings. Let your knees flop over to the right. Okay? And maybe this is enough for you. If you can take your right foot, put it on your left thigh. Big inhale and exhale, and just like gravity, take that down a little bit. Get a little stretch here in our hip. I'm kind of keeping my belly tight here still, right? I'm not squeezing as hard as I can, but I'm keeping a little bit engaged so I don't twist my back in a weird position, right? Some of you may have back issues, so just be wary of that. 3, 2, 1, you can release that foot and then slowly come back up to center. And then we'll do the other side. Slowly let them drop to the right. You can pick up your left foot, put it on your right thigh, and just let gravity take it down a little bit more. Now we're stretching into that right side. You can look away. You could look to the same side. You can kind of move it around, whatever. We worked great today. Nice strong 30-minute workout. That 30-ish. Either way, setting the tone for the year. Big inhale, exhale. Take that foot off. We'll come back up. Okay, and then the next one that we're going to do is just work our way back to our butt. So either roll to your left or your right side. Use your elbow and your forearm to come up. Reset ourselves. So whether you have your legs straight or you go open more, whichever works for you, but chest is up. Inhale, exhale, and go forward. Not down, forward as much as you can. Maybe it's right here. That's fine. Maybe it's right here. Great. Maybe you can get all the way. Keep your eyes up though. You'll feel a stretch in the back of your legs here. Maybe a little bit in your lower back, but shouldn't be painful. It might just feel like a little stretch, right? Then we're going to come back up. Big inhale, exhale. We're going to go forward. Try to get a little bit further. My eyes are still up. Little pause. Rolling it back up. Okay, maybe you want to try a little bit wider. This is going to be a little bit more in the inner thighs. If you want to, same thing though. We're going to walk it forward. Eyes are up. We're breathing here. And then whatever our end position is, and then you can drop your head down and just take a big inhale and exhale it all out. Whatever position you're in, whether your legs are open more or whether they're straight. Big inhale, exhale, slowly walk yourself back up. Okay, and we'll come up to our feet, however you need to get there. All right. If you need some water, grab it. Okay, so it's just gonna, I call stir the pot, right? You can put one foot forward, or again, you can grab a rack if you're at the gym or your wall, wherever you're at. Just hand in our thigh. This arm is loose, and literally, we're just gonna stir a big old cauldron, right? Getting some movement back in our shoulders, a little bit in the back there. We're gonna go 10 or so clockwise, and then 10 or so counterclockwise. May not seem like much, but we got a lot of blood in our shoulders and our chest and our arms from all that upper body work that we did on that last set. And rest. We'll switch it. Other leg, same thing. It don't have to be like a lunge like we were doing, but just a little base there. Same thing. Stir in the pot. Let this arm be loose. Going counterclockwise or clockwise, whichever way you start. Just do the other one. That's all. Other way. Doing a few. I'd say about 10 or so. I think that's what I said. Doesn't really matter. We're just cooling down a little bit, whatever the case. All right, and then we're coming up. Arms are loose. All right, so I just literally let my arms be loose and coming across, little hug there. Opening up my chest, then getting a little bit of motion there in the shoulders. Say again, like 10 to 20, whatever we're feeling. We're just trying to cool down a little bit, you know what I mean? We're breathing. Last one. I'm going to grab my left arm right above my elbow and pull it across. I can move my head over to the side if I can. This way, getting some movement in the traps and in the front of your neck. Do that. You can also bend your arm here a little bit. Whatever feels good there. Let it go. Switch. Come across the other way. We're breathing. You did a great job today. Whatever the case, let it go. Whatever level you were at. Again, this was made for January 1st, 2025, so there's no excuses to get after it. You can pop back to this anytime, right? Whether you're at a hotel, you're traveling, you're not sure what to do, you need just a little bit of a reset, pop back in here and do it, right? Get after it. Remember what I said earlier, the things that we can control, your effort, your attitude, and your toughness, right? Big dog's got to eat. So I hope you ate today, you got after it, and we set the tone for the year. This is a great set the tone workout. I'm Joe Leone, Hard Work Works Fitness, whether you're in Virginia Beach, oh, see, 30 minutes is done. Whether you're in Virginia Beach or somewhere else, if you need some help, hit me up in the DMs here on YouTube, Instagram, Hard Work Works Fitness, whatever the case. I would love to help you. I'm proud of you today for getting after it. Stay strong. Good journey.